Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about probably one of the most talked about topics, as well as one of the biggest things I think most of you guys out there watching just wish you can go and do. And that is, when can I literally just go walk inside to a store, whether it's Walmart or Target, and walk on out 5 minutes later and get my PlayStation 5 or Xbox console or the GPUs and make this whole process so much easier. So you don't have to be looking on Twitter every 5 minutes, watching my videos every other few hours, and all of that stuff to be caught up with news. And you just walk inside a store and go get your console. So we're going to be talking about that. We have 3 major topics when it comes to the walk-in news. Some walk-ins actually are already happening, but as of right now, none of the major retailers are doing it. And I think that's what most of you guys out there are more on the lookout for. The Walmarts, Targets, GameStop, Best Buys, etc. for walk-in news. As well, I want to go give on some big rumors for little baby things that have been happening for some of those big retailers. And also from many different employees, managers, and other statements from official sources on when you might be able to go and just walk into a store and go and get some consoles. So we'll be talking about that all throughout this video itself. So hopefully you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you guys even saw our video earlier on today, we even have even more walk-in news as well. So if you guys want to watch that after it's all done, you guys are welcome to. If you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We do a lot of Sony news, restock news, and all that up on the channel. We also are giving away a PS5 to just one of our subscribers. We've been doing a few of these throughout the past few years. Well, I guess months, but years, whatever at this point. If you guys want to be entered on to win that, all you guys have to do is go subscribe, like the video if you guys enjoy, and definitely comment down below your thoughts on this topic as well. The Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc and digital, the Twitter if you guys want to follow for restock alerts, Twitch as well just to hang out and chill, and of course Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, you guys go get free stock and free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are linked down below, and without further ado, let's go dive into the actual video itself. So as I mentioned, we're going to have 3 major topics. The current one we're going to start into is the actual current walk-ins, or what you guys can actually go and do to go get your console. So as of right now, we've been seeing a few major retailers. I'm going to list them out right here, right now. Myers. Myers has been, since the very first day of the PS5 restock cycles, allowing walk-ins to go and happen. We have a few employee leaks on our channel, and we do talk about Myers a decent bit. Even today, we had some Myers news earlier on today. And we kind of go and see them where they usually have 5 to 15 consoles per restock wave, which is typically around like a 2 to 4 week period, depending on which regional area has the stock, how much stock Sony is producing, and how many sales the previous areas have had. We kind of sometimes see where it's more like maybe Chicago into a Michigan type style, and then maybe like 2 weeks later, Ohio, Indiana, etc. So it kind of rotates out a little bit. But this place has actually been doing PlayStation 5 walk-ins since the very start. We've seen many people in my community, because we do track these a lot, kind of go and actually get W's and get their consoles through this method, which is very nice because a lot of the times you just walk in there, there's a little bit of a tech center, and you walk on out. As of now, we've been seeing a lot of Xbox Series S's in a lot of these major places, because mainly not as many people want the Xbox Series S, but it also kind of shows that there is consoles there, and whenever the stock kind of goes and cools off a little bit and more people get their consoles, it may just be possible to walk in very casually. But we do see these initial waves every now and then showing up on Myers, and that's a place a lot of people have gotten their consoles. No bundles or anything else as well, just normal consoles. So that usually has like little small restocks every 2 to 4 weeks. But of course, not all of you guys are up in the Midwest. That's why we have some other major retailers such as BJ's. BJ's is a wholesaler too as well, and we've seen many different Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 restocks for all those places more so on the East Coast, so like the New Yorks, the Carolinas, even some up in Florida. So if you guys want to go and check and see, sometimes we do get rumors on the channel. That's why I always beg you guys to go subscribe so I can go and tell you guys about all this information. But we see a lot of those as well. Sometimes you do have to be nice to these employees and get information, but a lot of the times if they're there, it's usually nice. Sometimes these are on like the 3 to 4 week period cycle, give or take as well. A little bit longer than Myers, but they do pop on up every now and then. And of course, as well, we also have been seeing lots of Fred Meyers and Kroger's, which we touched on earlier on today. We have also been seeing stocks in a lot of those locations, and that's also a lot for like the West Coast as well. So from all these major walk-ins, we already see, like for the past few months, every now and then, although it's a lot more smaller stock than say in Walmart, Target, Best Buy, GameStop would have for walk-in news, we are at least seeing this actually keep on kind of coming on up, being consistent and getting stock. We've also seen a few of the little smaller places such as ABT and also PC Richards, which is also up in the East Coast as well, kind of getting some stock for walk-ins. So we actually have been getting good walk-in news overall when it comes to smaller chains, or more so on these like little grocery store chains. We also have been seeing many rumors for HEB that will be opening up a lot of restocks for walk-ins in the future, and they'll be very good for everyone down in the South. So At least for the very first topic, there is current walk-ins that do happen on a somewhat consistent basis, a lot lower stock than you expect, but they do happen. But when it comes to the secondary thing, and this is more so kind of starting to get a little more interesting for I'm sure a lot of you guys, is nowadays we actually have been seeing some walk-ins for some bigger places. So we actually have been seeing lots of military stuff that we covered on today. So anyone who's a part of the military or can buy stuff online or get into naval bases, there have been walk-ins on every about like 1 3-week or so period as well, for everyone trying to go get on those. But some of the bigger things are on the occasional now Target walk-in. We've been covering up a lot of Target news up on the channel, and if we get even more news, I'll let you guys know on the actual videos on the channel. But when it comes to Target, sometimes when there's canceled orders from previous Target restocks, sometimes the employees will literally go and sell you guys the consoles. Now, when it comes to a lot of these walk-ins, we don't know always exactly when, and as I mentioned before, a lot of them do kind of come down to what the employees will go and want to do or say, and also kind of depends on their managers, etc. But we have been seeing a lot more on the Target rumors kind of coming on up, and we have also seen quite a few people literally walk into Target without an online order and then walk on out a few hours later, well, hopefully not hours, a few minutes later, and go get their console. So we have actually been seeing this, even though it is more on the casual side or not always consistent side. Same thing as well with Sam's Club. I've mentioned in my videos many times that on occasion they do also have signs up, even for my local Sam's Club, for potential maybe displays up for other restocks in the future. So we have been seeing some of this stuff kind of floating around, and on occasion we've been seeing some stuff other as well for those mid-tier chains, kind of similar to how we saw a lot of stuff from Myers, Fred Meyers, etc. So that's kind of like the one nice thumbs up, but the most important last thing is going to be more so on when we can just casually walk into an actual store and get our PlayStation 5 consoles. So this is going to be kind of based on some employee information, some internal leaks, as well as also what other managers have said and some other more so rough guesstimates, because we've been doing so much PS5 restocks on the channel. So we've been actually, as I mentioned, been seeing lots of stuff up on Target. Funny enough, originally, a few months back, we actually kept on hearing a lot of April dates when it comes to walk-ins, or more so people moving into walk-ins. So major kind of big note is that Sony themselves, like the actual people who made the consoles themselves, do not want walk-ins as of now. Major reason why is more so on the pandemic. They've even stated many times for the major retailers like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, etc. They do not want crowds. They do not want more people kind of huddling trying to get consoles. They don't want people waiting at 5 a.m. to try to get into like open doors or etc. So what they kind of basically said on a blanket statement to all these retailers: do not sell in stores. So the reason why I'm bringing this on up is with the pandemic now slowly kind of mitigating a little bit, more people getting the vaccine, etc. We will probably be seeing Sony open up all the stores in the near future for people like say Walmart and Target, etc. to go put the consoles on their shelves consistently and officially so that people can walk in and get their actual consoles. So that, of course, was based on the pandemic itself. I would probably actually go in and say guesstimate, because we've been seeing places like the UK fully open up all of their major places, such as like their Smiths, which is basically like their equivalent of their Walmarts. So now they actually might be starting to see a lot of stock up in the UK. And that will be a very nice official source for us to see, where the UK will probably have stock in stores a little bit earlier than us. And then we can imagine maybe like 2 or 3 weeks or a month later, whenever we open up, we'll be in a similar cycle for them. So that's like official stuff to be in the note for from Sony and other like government officials for walk-ins. But as well, when it comes to actual dates, we've seen many other people now kind of pop off this number, and these are a lot of rumors too as well, that Walmart around end of May wants to start doing walk-ins. Same with Target. Now, if I had to go and guess a lot of these rumors and leaks, more so from Target employees we've talked to, they actually have had some managers go and say, and these are like more off the book, unofficial, go and say that they want to start selling these consoles in person. And as I've mentioned, we've been seeing a lot more folks out there as well also literally go get Target walk-ins, even though it's more so based on cancellations or bonus stock. But at least we've been seeing proper people in many different locations start by walking on the stores and getting their consoles. Now, as of right now, I'm sure these places are still going to be focused up on the actual walk-ins. And of course, whenever walk-ins do happen, I'm sure it's going to take a little bit longer. But I'd maybe, if on the best note scenario, I'd maybe go and say end of May or into the July region. Now, before I kind of said similar dates and maybe a bit later, but I just think now with how the stock's been kind of slowly going down of how much, demand is needed because people get their consoles, as well as whenever Sony can make and bust out a lot more consoles as well, it may just be more beneficial for some of these retailers, especially to go in combat against scalping and botting, to just go let people go and buy them in store, have like a one limit person, or maybe go and have an email tied to the account, so they can't buy them more. So those major dates kind of looks like end of May for some of these retailers we've been kind of guesstimating from employees or whatever stuff, or more so to the July. It kind of depends a little bit on the pandemic, how many people get their vaccines, how effective the vaccines are, and also, as I mentioned too as well, based on what Sony says, because at the end of the day, Sony is the company that will go and determine if you can or cannot sell in store officially. We've also seen them go and block people up in India and other regions that basically were doing things that they did not approve on. So without a doubt, people like Walmart, Best Buy, etc. do not want to go and, well, get rid of that. As I mentioned too as well, we've been seeing more display bundles also popping on up, which were not there before. We've been seeing some of these up for Best Buy, which might be indicative of a future actual walk-in in the near next 2-3 months or so, as well as also, as I mentioned, Sam's Club has also had displays as well. So we kind of keep on seeing these big major retailers, and I'm sure without a doubt, GameStop will want to go and sell in person as fast and as soon as they're allowed to, because they have done walk-ins before in the past, and they also want to have people keep on coming into their stores so they can basically go and sell like Funko Pops and other side things as well for their accessories to make money. So it kind of keeps on seeing that we're seeing more maybe end of May into the July range. I could be wrong by maybe a few months, depending on how much stock is there, how much stock needs to be made as well, and just a few other things. But as I mentioned, even some places such as Walmart used to have signs saying we will not be selling these PlayStation 5 consoles or Xbox consoles in stores. And a lot of the times those signs are now gone. Same thing as well if you guys even go do things like Walmart live chat. Before they used to have a subsection for the consoles. Now those are gone. So I do think it kind of means like the demand has been going down a little bit, and like the mania basically has been going down as well, which once again would make it a little bit easier for these big retailers in the next upcoming 2 to 3 months, in my guess, to be able to go start selling stock. Now, of course, when I start saying stuff like that, I'm sure a lot of stock will also be sold out very quickly, but more so as long as we can have Walmart put 15 consoles on a shelf, then to me, that's a very good sign that we're moving towards this like really big shortage delay and kind of move towards more normalcy. So as I mentioned, it kind of depends on the pandemic and also on how much Sony can make, but it does seem like it's going to be coming sooner rather than later based on all these other trends with all these other big restocks for walk-ins with Myers, Fred Meyers, BJ's, etc. And also the fact that we have been seeing these other big retailers such as Target sometimes get confirmations for people buying their consoles in store. So if I had to give my official guess, I'd say end of May for some maybe very small restock numbers, early June, or more so for pretty much most places, probably by this summertime, we'll be able to go walk inside the store. A little bit of a broader range, which always kind of stinks, but as I mentioned, it kind of depends on a few other things, such as the pandemic, what the UK is doing, what Sony wants to decide, and at the end of the day, Sony makes the official rules, not me, that's just speculating on the internet about all this stuff. But I think I'm pretty much with all of you guys that hopefully will be sometime in the near future, because a lot of us just want to walk into a store and get our consoles. So if you guys want to go leave your guesstimates down below, feel free to. But like I said, based on a lot of employee stuff and all of that, we're going to probably keep on seeing all these walk-in news is ramping on up. And even throughout this weekend, we might have a lot more restock news as well for just pure walk-in. So hopefully that trend keeps on continuing. Hopefully Sony will kind of come in clutch and let us buy some more consoles at Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, etc. And hopefully all of us can get our consoles sometime soon. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Definitely leave your comments down below. We have the Amazon links down below too as well for the disc and digital. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, or be subscribed for the PS5 giveaway. We also have the Twitter and Twitch stream link down below if you guys would like to follow. And of course, as well, the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free money, and Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys up on the next one.